All right, perfect. There we go. We're good. Yep, we are good to go. That's what everything's up and running. All right, good deal. Yep, everything is up and running. All right, good deal. Okay, so welcome to another episode of Hunting and Fishing with Matt. I'm your host, Matt. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but anyway, enough of that crap. Um, let's see. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. Today is Monday. It's episode 3 day of Hunting and Fishing with Matt. Um, Last week, I got everything wrote down. That's why I'm looking down so I don't forget anything again. Uh, Last week, on Friday on episode 2, we went over some fishing stuff that I do. I showed one of my fishing rods and reels, one of my tackle boxes over here to my side, and some lures that I use for the river and open ponds. Tonight is back onto the hunting side. I'm going to be showing uh, one of the weapons I use during hunting season. Talk about it a little bit. One thing I do want to mention, um, it was if you saw my first video, I was talking about my crossbow and I showed the crank. Well, I actually found the actual box it came in. This is the Killer Instinct DSC. It's the dead silence crank I was talking about. This is what it actually looks like in the box. That way, if you buy one for your crossbow that's a Killer Instinct bow like mine's the 405 Boss, this is the crank for that specific bow. Yes, it does have that wide sled. They do have the one that's the two-piece sled system. This is the wide one that just hooks up as one piece. But I just wanted to showcase the box that it came in. Just so that way, if anybody's looking for one, they know where to find it. Now, moving on. Like I said, tonight we're going to be talking about the one of the weapons I use for deer season and turkey season because deer season's right around the corner. It's getting closer every day. I can't wait. Um, so hopefully you saw my last 2 episodes, so that way you'll be caught up. I just like to do a little recap of what I went over. All right, so the shotgun I use for turkey season, home defense, and everything. Good Lord, the thing's dirty. It's been sitting from the last season, so I need to clean it. But it is completely empty. There's nothing in here whatsoever. And if you can see that, it is actually, the chamber is open, but it is a pump action shotgun. It is a Dickson 12 gauge tactical. This is how it comes. This is a synthetic body with pistol grip. It holds 5 2 3/4 inch shells, which right now it has 4 buckshot. There's a reason I only have 4 right now, and I'll get to that in a minute. The only thing I added to this is this reflex sight on top. One, because it's made by Fairfield. I actually like the way it looks. It gives it a little bit of a different look. One thing is, too, on this one, it is a smooth bore barrel, so you cannot shoot slugs through it. I've heard people tell, oh, yes, you can. No, you can't, and don't. This muzzle brake right here, this muzzle flash piece, screws off just like that. It's mainly on there for looks, to my opinion. That's what it's made for. It's just looks. You can put different chokes in here. This is what comes on it when you buy it, brand new. But you can change it to a turkey choke if you can find one. I still, to this day, I've had this gun since last year. I can't find a choke for it. So I just leave it like it is, and I use non-slug double-aught buckshot. And that's actually what's in it back here. As you can see, there's no slugs. YouTube, do not take my thing down. This gun is completely safe, and there's nobody around me whatsoever. But whenever, it drives me nuts. I've seen people do this, and that's why I'm going to bring this up right now. Whenever you handle any firearm, I don't care how empty it can be. I know for 100%, without a doubt, there's nothing in here. I would never hand this to somebody with it pointed up or pointed straight out and hand it off. Whenever I hand this to somebody, I have it pointed down and away and hand it to them. My fingers are nowhere near the trigger. As you can see, nowhere near it. My thumb is on the back of the grip, back here, right there. There's no way in hell I'm getting anywhere near that trigger, and I keep it pointed down and away. The reason being, I know if it went off, it's going to blow a hole in the floor, not somebody. I've seen people, oh, here you go, and they're just waving it around all willy nilly. Don't do that. I do not care how safe or how empty you think one is. You never know what's in the muzzle of it whatsoever. Granted, there's nobody around me whatsoever. If it did go off, it's hitting the wall. There's nothing. It's not going to penetrate to the next room because it's buckshot. It's not going to go all the way through 2 layers of wall. Um, hopefully. Plus, there's brick in between, so it would have to break through brick too. So, but yes, if you hand one off, keep it pointed down towards the ground and hand it to them at an angle, not just straight flat handing it off. And people don't criticize me, oh, that's so silly. You're just being silly. No, I'm being safe. That's what I'm doing. With that being said, um, the other thing I added to this is the sling. It is an Allen. It's just one I picked up at Walmart. It's got a little gel pad on it. It's actually really comfortable. It's not super heavy whatsoever. It is a 5-in-1, meaning it holds 5 underneath, one in the chamber. Um, I normally don't keep any of mine with the chamber in, especially this one. And the neat thing is, there is a tack rail right here. So you can add a laser or a light system to it. And then, of course, if you run a light, you could run one that has the pressure plate that goes back here. That way you could hit it with your thumb or your finger, whichever way you want to turn it on. I haven't done that yet. One being because I use this for not just home defense, which is exactly what it was designed for. I also use it for deer season and turkey and dove season. So yes, we will get into the shells now. I'm gonna lay this back over here for now. Oh, out of the way. Um, there we go. And laying it down is kind of hard with one hand sometimes, but we will get that out of the way. I don't need that. We'll get into the shells I use. There's plenty out there. I actually have several different types and several different sizes. And we'll start with biggest to smallest that I use. Get that out of the way. There we go. So the biggest one I use it's a heavy shot. I was looking to see who made it. It just says heavy shot on it. 3 inch, 2 ounce, 5.67. That's what's in here. It actually has 5 shot, 6 shot, and 7 shot in one shell. You can buy these inexpensive right now. Shotgun shells are not that expensive compared to a lot of shells. I got a box of these. There's 5 of these in a box, I believe. Yes, I had to look to see. I got 5 of these in a box. Didn't spend, I think, probably $10 for these for one box. Not super expensive. That's one of my turkey loads. This is my bird shot. It's made by Federal. Um, it's a HI bird, I believe is how you say that. But it's Federal. It's 12 gauge round. It's just bird shot. There's like 2 and 3 inch quarter. This is what I use for dove and pest control. If I want to do it that way, or somebody breaks in your house, this works great too. Birdshot really has a nice uh, size splat, I guess is what you would call it, pattern for those that may not know. It has a nice little pattern to it. That's one of them. This is also another turkey load. It's a nitro. It's made by Remington. It's just a 2 and 3/4 inch, 5 shot nitro round. You get 5 of these in a box, I think, for like $6, $7 where I bought these at. Nothing special. It's just turkey load. And then you go over to my 2 and 3/4 inch double up buck. These are 9 pellets, no slugs. It's just a normal. These are Super X Winchesters. Actually, I had to look at the name on it. These are just Winchester rounds. Nothing special about it, just a what bug. You can also use for home defense as well. My dad actually does that in his shotgun, which is technically mine. I just hate that thing because it's a single shot 12 gauge, and I can't stand that stupid gun because it kicks like a mule. But yeah, that's why, if like I said, there was one missing on the stock. It's because I had it right here. It's not because I misplaced it. Now, another thing I do have to show, and I meant to show these the other day. If you don't have these, I highly recommend them. They're great. I use them everywhere, and I'll explain what I mean by everywhere. These are actual tack hooks. They're for your crossbow. You can hang it up on it. They do have the little screw, self tapping screw. I actually have this one actually hangs into my bedroom because I hang my gear bags off of it. Um, but I have them down in my shop, hanging stuff off of. They're inexpensive. I paid like $2 for these at Walmart. Uh, I use them out in the field, out in the woods. I'll screw it into a tree, hang my crossbow up beside me or my deer rifle. That way it ain't sitting on the ground. It's up out of the way. Or I'll hang my gear bag that I take with me into the field. I'll hang it up. I hang one of my grunt calls. Oops, about dropped it. Y'all saw that and kind of stabbed myself. Anyway, so I hang my gear bag, my binoculars, whatever I'm gonna need that's right there I can get to without having to open the bags and stuff. This is what I use. These things are amazing, and for $2, go get some of them. They're great for just about anything you need, not just for hunting, but for anything that you want to hang up off the ground and keep it out of the way. Super inexpensive. Another thing that I'm gonna go over in another video later this week, but I've had somebody tell me the other day, they're like, well, I saw your video and you don't talk about any kind of safety measures. Okay, well, what kind of safety measures do you mean? Well, do you wear eye protection? Yes, I do. Actually, I don't have them in here anywhere. There's a pair of sunglasses I wear that um, have a ballistics uh, lens in them. I love them to death. I wear them everywhere, actually. Also, I do wear these right here. And I know y'all are like, well, how do you wear those? Okay, these are my ear uh, muffs I wear when I'm sighting in a gun or just out target practicing. I wear these. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it's a little hard, but that's how they do. That's it. Noise canceling ear protection. They're made by Peltor Sport, 3M. Super comfortable, super lightweight. I carry them everywhere. Sorry about that. People are messaging me right there. Um, I love it. I love wearing these. These are great to me. I've never had a problem out of them. Actually, my wife has a pair of them. I have a pair. We wear them when we're out in the field, or not in the field, but when we're out at the range, and don't have a problem whatsoever. Also, another thing, and I just picked this up when I bought my shotgun. I saw this and I was like, ooh, this might be fun. It's made by Fieldline Pro Series, and it's actually a shotgun bag. It keeps, as you can see, shells are in it. The part you're seeing is the top of plenty of birdshot. It's got two different compartments. The bottom of it actually has a zipper right here. That way you can zip it. It drops everything out the bottom. I accidentally did that one day and I was spending like next 20 minutes picking up shells off the ground. And no, I have not ever seen Bigfoot making love in the woods. I've never seen Bigfoot, period. That would be weird if I did. I would probably be the one that shot him or her, whatever you want to call it. I would probably be that person because I'm that kind of person. But no, I've never seen that. And I have a feeling I know who that is. It's not that. But no, I've never seen Bigfoot making love in the woods. But that is funny. That'd be like catching a unicorn at this point. Not gonna happen. Also, with this bag, it does have compartments on each side. Actually, I take that back. I told you wrong. It only has a compartment right here on the side, two little pouches. I don't ever use them. but all my spent rounds I put in here. All right. No problem busting. Thanks for stopping in. Be careful on your travel home or down the road. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Um, let's see, I was gonna go over something else, but now I can't remember what it was. I had it. Oh, I got my book. I can look because I do have it wrote down, which is awesome. This is why I write stuff down because I have a bad memory, and this helps me out. Okay. Wow. So as far as other safety goes, like I said, I'll be going over that later this week. I just came across these a while ago when I was moving some stuff. That's why I was like, hey, I can bring these up for the people that don't know. Uh, honestly, I don't even remember the price of these. I bought them uh, about 3 years ago now. So I don't remember how much these were, uh, or I would give you a rough idea. I'm guessing probably around 20, $30 for hearing protection. And I actually saw somebody using these while mowing their yard. It was kind of weird, but hey, do you want to protect your ears while mowing? By all means, do that. I, I'm not criticizing nobody whatsoever. There we go. I didn't like how that was sitting. Now I know why. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I knew I didn't like how that was sitting. That's because it's supposed to go like that. Okay. But yeah, if there's any comments or questions about the shells I use, let me know. If you got any questions about the Dickson 12 gauge tactical that I use for hunting, I know people are like, you ain't supposed to hunt with that. I've never been told that that shotgun couldn't be for hunting. I've never had a hunter see that and go, that's for home protection, not for hunting. I've never had somebody tell me that before. Because to me, if it shoots buckshot, birdshot, or turkey loads, why not hunt with it too? Make it a multi-purpose firearm. I don't see why I couldn't. There's nothing written on it that says, hey, this is not a hunting firearm. I've never had that happen whatsoever. Uh, so yeah, there's that. I gotta fix one shell I put in just then and it into the stock and it was about to fall off. Like I said, yeah, it does hold 2 3/4 inch shells. It holds five. Um, other than that, there's nothing like super special about them. They're not that expensive. You can get it for under $300 right now. Uh, or you could when I bought it last year. Gun prices have went up over the past few months. I've noticed that some firearms that were cheaper last year have gotten more expensive this year, and some that were more expensive last year have actually came down, which is kind of odd to me. But hey, it is what it is. Uh, Gotta thank our U.S. government, I guess. I'm not getting into that. I'm keeping that off my channel, but that's my guess. I know one thing I can talk about, and I was gonna wait and do this later, but I'll do it tonight. And that is for the climbing stand I use. A lot of people, when you buy a stand, ladder stand, climbing stand, whatever, they come with the safety harnesses. No, I do not have the part that goes behind my back up to the tree. It's not, I have it. It's just not with me right now because I don't need it. This is the one that comes with it. I hate this thing. It's uncomfortable. There's no padding on the shoulder part. And this is the part that I was talking about goes behind you. And then you got a piece that goes through the hoop right here. And then it wraps around the tree and hooks back in to where if you fell, it would catch you. I just don't like these because there's no padding. They're uncomfortable and they feel actually kind of heavy. So what I did, instead of using this one, as you can see, it still has the factory tag on it. Instead of using that one, I went out and got this one right here. It's known as the Muddy Magnum Pro Harness. This is the box it comes in. and it's got details on the back. Again, these are not, none of my videos are sponsored whatsoever. I'm just going by products I use personally, and I tell you, hey, I recommend it or I don't. This one I do recommend. It does, and I'll show you what it actually looks like. This is the box it comes with. It tells you it even has the straps in it that go up to the tree, and it does. They're just in another room. Actually, they may be down here behind me, but it may be in my other room. It's got all the details on the back for you to read later if you want to read it. I don't. But this is what it looks like. Oh, and it fell off my lap. So, this is the shoulder straps right here. And then it's got this piece, this padded piece for your back. I love this thing. It's super light compared to the factory one. Lightweight, very comfortable to wear all day long, and I've done it. It's got a chest piece that goes across your chest and buckles in across here. It's got these kidney pieces that go around from your kidneys around to your other kidney around behind you, and it's all padded. Now, it does have, if I can get it up here, these straps here are for the two leg straps. And it's got metal, quick release strap pieces in case you need to make an emergency to get out of it in a hurry. It has quick release, which I really like. It also has these little hooks here and here, and I'm not 100% sure why they're there, but I actually used mine last year for a carabiner to carry a water bottle on me and on one side, just because I wasn't actually sure what those are for. I didn't pay attention to it too much. But you see how long that strap is? This thing is a lot longer than the one that comes on the factory, meaning that whenever you strap into a tree using this end here, where my thumb is, you have that much room to move around. So much better in a climbing stand or a tree stand than that crap that comes with it. The one that comes with it, the part that goes off your back to a tree, that's the leg. Where are you? I just saw it. Because I don't use this one, I don't. The part that comes with it is that long. That's it. There's the end and there's the end. That's all you got. Now, you're like, well, it looks the same. Really? Let me get it where it's even. Really? Looks the same? There's the end of the muddy. All the way here. Okay? This is the back of the harness. God dang it, stay up there. This is the back of the harness that comes with it. Look how much more room you got. Here's the back of the harness of the factory. Here's the back of the muddy way down here. Which one do you think is going to make you feel better being in a tree? I'd go with the muddy. All day, any day. That factory harness is bulky, it's heavy, it's not fun to wear, it's uncomfortable, it's just nylon wrapped up on you. And when you tighten it up, it gets worse. It starts cutting into you, it starts chafing, especially in the spring when deer season first starts. That thing sucks. In the winter, it's even worse because you're walking through the woods. Because I walk through the woods with this on, super lightweight, and it doesn't make noise. You don't hear clinging or anything making noise. It's super quiet. Even the leg strap. I mean, I'm having to physically make this thing make noise, and it's the leg strap was hitting the chest clip. It's not gonna make noise unless you're really doing something goofy to make it make noise. And I mean, I just shook the crap out of it, and it didn't make noise. So yeah, I have that. I highly recommend the Muddy for sure. Like I said, it's called the Magnum Pro harness. It's perfect. I love that harness. But other than that, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, anything, by all means, shoot me a message. Just don't ask me about Bigfoot. I don't know. I don't follow Bigfoot. I'm not going to go out in the woods with jerky links and ask it if it wants some. Because I'm a weird person like that, I guess. And I know who asked me that question, and it's actually funny. I appreciate the laugh. I don't know why he asked me that, but he has a weird sense of humor sometimes. But I know who he is. Uh, but yeah, I appreciate it. It's going to be a great adventure coming hunting season. I will be using my GoPro that is recording right now. And yeah, I'm sorry, it's hot in this room even with a fan on. I'll be using my GoPro for hunting this year, and I'll probably be on TikTok Live as well while filming a few hunting areas. I'm not going to guarantee you that you're going to see a buck while I'm hunting because I can't guarantee that. All these guys are like, oh, I'll go out and I guarantee I'm going to get here. Yeah, that's because you're not hunting. You're just sitting there where over a feeder or somewhere near one, and they're used to human contact. The deer I hunt, they don't like humans. They run from you as soon as they get wind of you. They're gone. Uh, I've seen videos of guys, they're out hunting and they're sitting in a blind, which, yes, you will see my blind in my video at some point. You'll see my feeder. My feeder, I stopped putting anything in that feeder. The well, actually, I haven't put anything in it since last month. As soon as that corn is gone, it's gone. I'm not putting any more in it throughout the season. I don't do that. Only reason I even use it is so it gets them into the area I hunt. But as soon as that feeder is done, I'm done putting feed in it. I'm not gonna keep it up year round. I never do. Um, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, I've seen videos of guys. They're sitting in a really nice couple $1,000 shooting house, and if you look off, you'll see a deer walk out into the open. Somewhere around him, there's a feeder. I've seen it multiple times. They're hunting over live bait pretty much. And I'm like, that's not hunting. Hunting to me is you're in the woods for hours on end, hoping that one would walk by. That's how I was always raised. Like I said, everybody's like, oh, but you're a hypocrite because you got that feeder. There's nothing in that feeder as soon as the season starts. It's actually almost empty. I only put a 30-pound bag in that feeder, and it's on a timer. It feeds twice a day, so it should be almost empty by now because I put it out last month and I've had it running ever since. I put it out the end of last month and it's been on twice a day, every day since then. So should be pretty empty by now. I'm hoping. If not, I'll knock all the damn corn out, and get rid of it. If there's corn on the ground, still I'm going to move from where I would hunt on opening day. I'll go hunt somewhere different to let that corn kind of get out of here. That way, plus I noticed too, I haven't seen any more deer since I put that out. They came out for several days and now they're moved back into the wood line. Plus, there is another hunter that's close by. He does the same thing. He hunts. He'll bait them at about the end of July into the start of August or start of September, excuse me, and they come and go between his field, his area, and mine. So, but as far as I know, he doesn't hunt over his feeder either. Uh, couldn't tell you. I don't go out that way because I don't want to be shot at. Because he does use high power rifle. He has the perfect line to use his. I don't. That's why I use my shotgun because that way it scatters out and I know I won't hit a house with it. I think the max range with buckshot and I think it's like 38 yards. That's plenty. It's not gonna hit a house. It would have to rip half the trees down between here and the houses in the next subdivision, which is way off before it ever got to one of them. So there's that. But yeah, I do plan on filming while I'm hunting this year with the GoPro and TikTok Live. I may try to do a live on YouTube while I'm hunting. I don't know for sure yet if I'm gonna be able to do that, but I'm going to try it. Um, Tomorrow night is another fishing video where we'll go over another tackle box that I use, another rod I use, and talk about some different ideas there. It may not be 30-minute long video, but I will try to get it there. Also, we're going to go over some more safety later this week. I got some more safety stuff over here I got to get to, and we'll go through that. We'll also on Wednesday be talking about my 308, the ammo I use on it, and um, I'm gotta look and see what else I got to go with it for that video. But yeah, like I said, just keep it rolling, keep the comments coming, questions, anything, any topics that have to do with hunting or fishing, we can discuss that on here. Just shoot me a message. I'll write down the question, and I can do like a little Q&A type thing. I'll write down your question and go over it in my next video. If it has to do with fishing, it'll be on the fishing side. If it has to do with hunting, it'll be on this side. So that way I keep it even pretty much. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. It's been awesome. And check me out tomorrow night, same time, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. It'll be on here on YouTube. It'll be on Riverside FM Studio where I'm live there. And I also have it on Anchor, which is powered by Spotify. All you do is type in Spotify.com, go to the search tab, search hunting and fishing with Matt. It'll pull up my audio and it'll actually start pulling up these Riverside videos as well, or it's supposed to. But all that can be found on the Spotify app. As far as I know, it's supposed to be on Spotify. This one is on here. So yeah, I appreciate it. Y'all have a great one. See y'all tomorrow night.